Hey everybody, welcome to the channel. Today we're going to change the spark plug on the 2014 Honda Forza 300. This is basically all you need. Got socket wrench, extender, whatever the heck this thing is. It just gives it a little bit of flexibility toward the end. And 14mm deep socket. Okay. And your spark plug. This is NGK. In most places, you know, for this particular one, it's called NGK 4313, but it's LMAR 8A-9. What these things come stock with. Okay, so we're gonna start on the passenger side, and you know, you got your little floor mat thing. We're just gonna peel it up a little bit, and this is your access panel to the spark plug. And we're gonna have to, one other tool is needed. We're gonna use a Phillips screwdriver to undo this screw right here. Hope you guys are having a wonderful day out there in YouTube land. Not too bad today. This is being filmed June 15th, 2021, and we've got 60-degree weather. And tomorrow it's gonna be like 84-ish, and then it's gonna be like 90 the day after that. We're gonna remove the access panel now that we got that screw out of there. Just be gentle. It's got little tabs and things that keep it in place there. Just little tabs all over the place. I don't imagine this thing costs too much if it gets broke, but be gentle as it has tabs on all sides of it. Once you got your little access panel off, you can see the spark plug wire in there. The spark plug is kind of angled this way, so that's why you got that little socket thing that makes it move around, be a little more flexible. All right, hopefully you can see in there okay. You can see that, right? On my preview screen it doesn't look that great, but I got a cool little spark plug remover tool. This is optional. For one, I forgot to mention it at the start of the video, but also this is so handy when working with motorcycles, or you know, just when you're doing spark plugs in general. Yeah, this is actually how I'm doing it. I've got this wrapped around the end of it, and I pull it off. See, it's still attached. Let go. Spark plug wire is now free of spark plug, and you can see the plug back in there. All right, let's get our tools happy. Make sure we're going lefty loosey to pull the plug out. And what I'm going to do, take the deep socket, put this little bendable part on it, and we're going to go after the spark plug this way first. I just gave my little GoPro its first scratch, knocked it over. Alright, so we're just going to put the deep socket on over the plug, and looks like it's on there just fine. This is all one-handed, very cool. We're gonna put our extension thing on there. Lefty loosey. There we go. I kind of put my fingers up here so we don't bash our plastic. At this point, we're going to take the ratchet off. Socket wrench. You know, things. Words are hard. Finish unscrewing the little sparky pluggy. I believe Honda recommends the spark plugs on these to get changed out every 8,000 miles. I just got this, and so when I first get a vehicle, I just change everything like this. That's a maintenance item. Not expensive. So there you have it. NGK LMAR 8A-9. I don't know how well the camera picks it up. There's the plug. The old one doesn't look that bad. The rest of this is pretty easy. You're going to want to check the gap, make sure it's gapped correctly. I'm not going to show that part because don't do like me, folks. I, for whatever reason, don't have a spark plug gap tool thing. So I just put it next to the old one, and they look identical, and it was running fine. So as long as it's running fine when I put the new one in, that is good enough for me. And I'm probably just going to change it again next season anyway, because that's the kind of guy I am. So to put this back on there, I'm just going to throw the spark plug into the deep socket 14 mil, and I'm going to finger thread it in there. I'm just going to reach it back where it belongs and start gently turning it to make sure it threads and we don't strip it. My usual disclaimer is there's text torque specs for this, so if you want to look up the torque rating for this, that's acceptable. Use a torque wrench, torque this thing down to spec. That would be awesome. I don't do that. I'm gonna go finger tight at this point with this. I'm gonna put my socket on here, go a little bit farther as it starts to get pretty snug, and then a little bit more, so that little crush washer on the end there does its job. And you know, you don't want to overdo the tightness on these, but you don't want them super loose either, that sort of thing. So here we go. Okay, sort of quit turning there easy, so just go a little bit more. And it's in there. Then we just put our spark plug boot over the end like it was. I don't know if you guys can see what you're doing. I'm trying to hold the camera with one paw here. There we go. Push it on. Makes that little snap sound. Okay, before we go any further, then make sure it starts right. Sounds normal. All right, I hope this kind of gives you the confidence to be able to do this sort of job yourself and not have the dealer charge you an arm and a leg to do it. Optional, of course. Tools were that, and a torque wrench if you want a torque wrench. So otherwise, put the cover back on. I would start with the upper right corner here. Upper right corner, and then the upper. Okay, then kind of squeeze in the leftmost. See how good that was, and then the rightmost, and then you can just screw that back on and flop your floorboard thing back in there. All right, guys, thanks for watching.